Yeah. Let's get this thing started. Check it, right? Listen, peace be to my peoples. I'm glad y'all here, hanging out with the brothers. You dig what I'm saying? Peace be multiply. We here. Listen, I appreciate all the support, y'all. Listen, this is my thing. Let's start something that everybody can involve themselves in. This is community. I feel like we community. I sit down and I think about these things every day on how I want to help my people grow, how we can come together collectively, and I put these things together. Like I say, I don't know everything, but I'm proud of the work we've done so far. I'm proud of the people that I touched so far. I'm proud of the people that touched me because I'm glad. Listen, not for nothing. Listen, I ain't everybody else. You know what I mean? You hit me up, we're going to chop it up. Now, you got the right answer and the answer I'm going to give you. Because, see, some of these things just practical answers, practical responses, practical thinking. It's really not that technical. And y'all got to stop doing it. Stop making this shit technical. Some of these things is really on point. You ain't got to make it complicated. Don't add nothing else to it. The sauce is already there, But facing it in real time. All right? You know why I'm here? I want to help you focus in which direction you're trying to move in. Any way I can. I don't know what that is. You see what I'm saying? But talk to me. I don't know everything, but I know a little something about some anything. You know what I mean? Because you got to be smart enough to know when the answer makes sense and when it doesn't. And that's the way I look at that. Now, I really want to start this off like this here, and this is for real because I really want to make some sense out of it because this is how we're gonna start, y'all. Check it, right? Real talk. First off, period. I want to say this shit, and before I even get into this, some things that happen in our life is self-inflicted. You understand? Which means we brought it on ourselves. You know what I mean? But that only comes with a certain awareness. Granted, sometimes we're not aware when we're in the moment. You know what I'm saying? We're not aware when we're in the moment, but we look back on it, we ponder back on it, and we don't like the results of that. So going forward, we got to kind of stop those things. Now let's get into those particular things. Now one of my things is, some of you have created a hell for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And I got to stop saying that, but some of you created a hell for yourself and you wonder why. Now, if you created that hell for yourself outright, you feel like God ain't really listening. You know what I mean? Because you seem like you're in a dark room. Hey, baby. Because it seems like you're in a dark room, and you're not really getting no responses. You're not getting no energies from no particular way, because sometimes in that effect, you might have created that for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So now, when I say that, you have to take the blame for some of those particular things. You know what I mean? The condition that you're in, you examine those things, and then you learn what brought you there. You got to see this is all a part of your life. When you get into a peculiar predicament, right? For whatever it may be, you know your life. But you find out where this particular learning fits at, and when you get there, you try to teach yourself what got you there. What got you to this point? Examine your role and your energies that took you to this dark, sunken place. You got to think about that because you don't want this to repeat itself. You got to learn how you got there and don't move like that no more. Real talk. You got to really think about that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, mind you got up out of that, but you don't want to repeat that. But don't live your life like that ain't happening. Don't be on point for the next one. Have your guards up, have your antennas up, be more aware. And to do that, you got to clear a whole lot of shenanigans out your life. And y'all know what those shenanigans are. Real talk. Y'all know what they are. Now listen. Again, don't be don't be stupid on purpose, all right? A lot of people sick from different elements of living, right? And we created a whole bunch of stuff like some of the hell on earth, some of the examples like stop smoking, okay? Because if you continue to smoke, what does it do to you? It kills you, right? Now, mind you, this is just a fact. We know some people that are sick, and it's due to 20 years of Newports, you understand? 20 years of hard liquor, and now they have these different ailments in their 50s, in their late 40s and 50s and 60s, and we praying for them. You know, God bless them. We want them to win and we want them to survive these things. You know, but now if you're in a position where you can look at these things, a lot of those ailments that these people have, they bought on themselves. You understand me? God bless them. I want them to win and all that. But let's be for real. A lot of those things they bought on themselves. You know, you can't smoke 20-year Newports for 20 years and think you're going to win. You can't drink liquor and think that you can beat it. No, liquor does exactly what it's supposed to do. It deteriorates you from the inside out. It's not going to stop. You're not going to beat it. Nobody has. You understand what I'm saying? So those things, you just have to really examine those things. But that's all about you. And like I said, I don't know what yours is, but you do. And don't be afraid to look at yourself and say, you know, I need to work on a couple of things about myself, you know. Because sometimes prayers cannot be answered if you worked on killing yourself. You understand? Prayers cannot be answered if you worked hard at killing yourself and deteriorating yourself, you know. And we still going to pray for them. We want a miracle or whatever the case may be for them to survive these things. But I'm telling you as a warning, too much of anything will hurt you, okay? It might not kill you today or tomorrow, but eventually it will. But if you can catch yourself now, become aware that you smoke way too much, and then you're smoking the hundreds and all, you're smoking them long boys, just jump off the roof, because them shits is murdering you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so that's what we're here for, the raise of awareness. I'm not finna get mad about that shit, but if you're still smoking cigarettes, you might be a little bit lost, because why? The ingredients are, nobody even knows, you know? So that's something else to work on, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, as we're going to keep it going, because these are some things that we really want to talk about, you know, because a lot of people are going through things, and we celebrating the different demise of people. And I just want to make you aware that some of those people, you know, they might have lived a long life, but they might have suffered the last 10 years of their life due to what they did the first 30 years of their life. You see what I'm saying? We're not going to act like that's not a real thing. And that's what we're here to raise awareness. I want you to slow down on what you're doing. Too much of whatever it is you're doing, knock it off. You dig what I'm saying? Start living comfortably in your own right. But only you know what your tangibles are. And stop playing games. You know what's wrong with you. You know what you need to work on. And that's what we're here for, all right? Now, let's go like this here. Because, like I said, some things are self-inflicted. All right? And I'm going to say this, you know. Your homeboy, she told you she was 19. You talked to her for 5 minutes and knew she wasn't a day over 16. Yeah, you. All right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And ever since, she wanted to be grown. And since she wanted to be grown, you took advantage of that. And you treated her like a grown woman. Mm-hmm. You got everything you wanted out this little girl that was pretending to be grown. All right? And you got what you wanted the way you wanted it. And then you dipped out right after that, you know, because you knew she was too young for you to be fucking with. You knew that. And you fucked with her anyway. And you got away with it. She never told. You understand what I'm saying? And she never told. It's 5-6 years later. You hope you bump into her again because she grown now. You know, but if you see her again, she gonna know you tricked her. You understand? So, what happened now, you got up out of there, okay? Real quick. And this ain't your first rodeo. You had a couple of joints that was too young for you to be doing and chasing after and all that. You know what I mean? And you ain't did nothing slick because in all reality, you kind of scarred her because you made her make decisions that she was not mentally equipped to make. You know what I mean? And when you take advantage of an innocent child, your day gonna come. You're gonna get a brick out the sky. Go back to my podcast and learn what a brick out the sky is. Yeah. It's when somebody commit a foul act in the hood and they meet a violent fate and everybody know and ain't nobody saying nothing because he deserved it. Brick out the sky. All right? Now, mind you, one day you meet one and she tells. The secret's out. You dig what I'm saying? You know, point blank. Now, the secret's out. It's going down. You know, it's hot. Your name is on fire. They got you on Facebook News and all that. That they hunting for you. Reality. The cops looking for you. But our people's looking for you too. You understand? Her people's looking for you. You know what I mean? Jail, they gonna change your name and all that. Yeah, when you get there. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, it's all dark sunken places after that. You dig what I'm saying? You know. Now I'm saying this because that Iceberg Slim shit is trash and a nigga see you. Right? They're taking advantage of innocent girls. Listen. Listen. Anytime you touch a girl, it's gonna feel good. Every time. That's why when a young girl begs you for it, her word is not valid because she's a child. She has no right to make that decision. You remember something about a young girl and a young boy. A young boy wakes up one day and gotta have a woman. He don't know where it came from. All he know is he got sex on his mind. The boy see a nipple out of his mind. All that. A woman does not desire the touch of a man until she's been touched by a man. She don't just wake up one day wanting a man. It doesn't happen. All right? So when you got a young girl, 14, 15, and she hiding her ass, somebody done touched her already. You understand me? 16-year-old girls don't become whores on their own. All right? Somebody violated that girl. They took her to a place that young mind and body wasn't supposed to go. And she ain't got no control over her mind and body. You understand? Listen, let's keep it 100. Yo, this is just a sidebar. Listen, men and women are different, all right? You can blindfold a man, all right? Blindfold him, he can't see nothing. You hear me, Day-Day? You can start giving the nigga the Gawk 3000. He ain't gonna never finish. He ain't gonna never finish. He need to know who doing that Gawk 3000. He ain't gonna never finish. All right? Because in order for a man to finish, all his senses have to coincide with each other for him to get there. You understand? All his senses are heightened when he reaches there. And he's not gonna get there if he can't see. He needs to know. That's a man for real. Now, woman, real talk. You hear me, Payday? Real talk. We in school today. We gonna talk about it today. A woman, you can tie a woman to the bed with her permission, of course, and blindfold her with her permission, of course. You can manipulate her body, and she can have 5 orgasms and never knew who was responsible. All right? A woman's body is a stick of dynamite. It explodes. All right? That's why women are different, because their buttons are different. You see what I'm saying? That's why some are squirted, some are not. It depends. Some never squirted with you, but then squirted with him. Because if you push the right buttons, they're going to be footprints on the ceiling and never know who brought them to that point. A man can't get to that point unless all his senses can coincide together. You understand? So, anytime you touch a woman, it's going to feel good. But she's young, and she's begging you for it. Nigga, you're dead wrong. She's a child. And they going to see you. I just want to let you know that. Straight up and down. I'm tired of this shit. Word up. Yeah. Bricks out the sky on them old niggas. That's my word. Because I'm going to tell you right now, they just... Yo, listen. We black. All right? We in the hood. We got to watch out for each other, because they going to pat them niggas on the hand, send them back out, and they going to do it again to somebody else's child. Real talk. But when them kind of dudes come up missing, don't nobody look for them. Don't nobody look for them. Yeah, you heard it from me. Straight up and down. But I'm not for nothing, no, just know that all them women that you went against, that you pressed like clothes and got them to go away, that they really didn't want to go, somebody loved them and somebody will see you. If not, karma will catch you. I'm just letting you know. Clean your shit up. Like I said, I'm tired of all this violence on women. All right? Straight up and down. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say this. Listen. when you and that man going at it, and that man is up here with it, shut the fuck up and survive. All right? He's not your father. You can say what you want. He can't tell you what to do. Only problem is you done got that man up here. And I need you to survive the night. All right? I promise we'll shoot that nigga tomorrow. But you have to survive the night. Shut the fuck up and survive. They killing chicks out here. Straight up and down. And remember, it's not what it looked like. It's what he think in his head. It looked like a rated PG-13 thing, but this nigga looking at it like a rated R thing. Yeah, and then what you gonna do then? What the worst human on the planet when they're angry is a black man. Ain't nobody more dangerous than a black man when he own one. Y'all know that. Every movie is about a black man. Yeah, he's a one-man tornado. Yeah, y'all know what it is. Why you think they act like they act? Listen, do you know what would happen if all of us move like kings as we are? Yeah, they'll blow the whole world up before they let us run this shit like we supposed to. But I ain't finna get back into that's a whole nother day. And we gonna talk about that too. You know what I mean? Because what a question is, and I'm gonna throw this in there. What's the one thing that everybody thinks is in the Bible, but it's not? I'm gonna leave that there. So moving right on along. You know what I mean? How much time I got in, son?
I got you right now.
We got a big night on. We're not finished yet. We just getting started, y'all. Straight up and down. Listen. Oh, matter of fact, I had to talk about this because this is very important and it's a learning moment. Now I came right now to talk about Ciara changing the baby's last name. All right. So when I heard that, the first thing I thought of was they need to know that that's always the woman's job. She don't need you to name her baby. You can't put your name on there. She has to approve of your name going on there. That's their right. You understand? When she's the what they call it? When she's the main parent, when she's the custodial parent, she can change the name when she get ready, especially if you're not around. Now, when the baby is born, remember, when the baby is born and you're there, she still has to approve you being on the birth certificate, okay? It's always the woman's responsibility. It's on her first. They give it to her first. Now, she did that. Now, my thing is this. If the pops is MIA and he has not been around and things like that, he's not interested, then I really don't have no problem with that as long as that man holds to what he did, what he signed up for. You got to love that kid on that kid's worst day. Let's keep that 100. Pardon me. Let's keep that 100. So now, because love is love. But if the pops is somewhat present, you know, in and out, I wouldn't do it at all. Me personally. If the pops is around, I mean, he ain't even regular, but he periodically in and out. I'm not sanctioning that. You dig what I'm saying? I mean it. And if the baby is old enough to really know his pops, I'm not changing his name because you're conveying something to the baby that says that he's mine. Names ain't got nothing to do with me loving a child. So we're not really gonna go there with that. You see what I'm saying? If you love a child, you know, it shows in how you love in your ways and actions. You know what I mean? So, but on the same note, let's keep it going 100. It's what she's trying to do because she don't got to do that. At this particular point, she's just being spiteful. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, a woman being spiteful, and it's these type of moments that make fathers crash out. Straight up and down. And that's his son. Yeah, man. And she really trying to get you, to do some more, you know, the shenanigans over there because that's serious. You understand? That's your boy. Your legacy is your children. And you done changed his name, you know. So now with that in mind, her whole motivation was to bring out the very worst in you. Did you understand what I said? It was a situation that she did not have to do. The action was only took because she was being spiteful, all right? Now, with that in mind, don't respond to that. Sometimes you got to be too big to respond to that. That's what she wants you to do. She wants you to crash out. She wants you to look for the nigga that she gave your baby name to. Yeah. And I ain't going to tell no lie. I'll be mad as I don't like that. I don't like that. But on that same note, like I said, the woman always had the power of the name. You know, now, but by standards, the child is supposed to get the name of their father. That's really supposed to what's supposed to happen, you know. But that's all in accordance and agreement with the mother. Congratulations, that's your baby mother. Remember what I said? She only your baby mama because God knew you was the one that could handle her, and you was the one that could actually raise this child, regardless of what she lacked in life. So even though she only go this high, God made you her baby father because He know you gonna take the baby up here where it's supposed to be.
Or husband.
Oh man, you got just a lot. Man, listen, that's way later on. Husband, you got a long mile to walk before you get to that husband and wife thing. And that's a whole other conversation. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, stop moving in with people you don't know. But anyway, we're gonna keep this thing going right here. You okay? Now, ooh. You know, the ending we have to keep this regular. At some point, you know. Now this is the truth. See, even though she changed the name, right? She was trying to be spiteful, you know, and she's proved that she's not happy about certain particular things changing the name, right? But the problem is, you know, at some point, even though you change the name and the father ain't really like that, you have to know that at a point in time that child is going to take on the attributes of the father. That's going to happen whether the name changed or not. That child is going to grow into their father's personality and character, and you're going to see it. And don't you treat them no different because they act like they daddy. Don't be one of those, because it's going to come out. All right? You know. Let's keep it 100. She done changed the baby name from Future last name. She gave him a hyphen name. But what if he's musically inclined and don't really like sports? You understand what I'm saying? What if he really take out this father, like, exactly? Then there's nothing she can do about name change when we know. And he's going to want his name back. You see what I'm saying? You know, but the seed been planted. Just remember, what happened, happened. Okay? And explanations ain't going to change after the fact, you know. Godspeed, do the right thing. Don't be spiteful like that to hurt your baby father, because they're still your baby father. And every time you shit on him, you shit on your decision-making skills in life. All right? And especially you've been with a nigga 3-4 years and now he the worst nigga on earth. I don't know, how does that make you look? And you stayed for that long. So tone it down when you're shitting on a nigga name, because you be low-key shitting on your name too. Let's keep it 100. All right? Now listen. We're going to keep this 100. You like that?
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you, son. Payday is in here with me. Shakur's in here with me. You know, and not for nothing, they keep me on point, because sometimes, you know, hey, yo, I really mean everything I say. You know what I'm saying? And I live like this. And anybody that know me know I've always been like this. I'm the same dude every day. I don't switch up on it. But I ain't gonna lie, man, it's hard being one of my kids. I don't know if one of y'all survived for you. And I don't put hands on them or none of that. But I press them like clothes. I supervise them like they're in the fucking army. You know why? Because look at what I'm in competition with. TV, the internet, teachers that work at school that don't even like kids. You dig what I'm saying? People, yo, listen. 85% of the people are doing something other than what they went to college for, just to have a job. You see what I'm saying? Some of them, it ain't even a job, it's a career, because that was the only thing open when they came out. They owed $100,000 in college, they didn't want to owe it, so they went to work. Yeah, so those things happen, you know. And yeah, I want my kids to go farther than I could ever reach. So yes, I press them like clothes. You heard me? Straight up and down, you know. And if you know like I know, you'll do the same. Listen, straight up and down. Before you get in the dirt, you need to know that your children can feed and fend for themselves. All right? I raised heroes over here. If you're hungry, my children will feed you. If you're scared, they will protect you. If you're cold, they'll keep you warm. And they don't gotta be mad to shoot you in your face. We don't move off emotion. You understand? Yeah. Compton kids, yeah. It's only 2 niggas in the hood with more kids than me. You know what I mean? I got 4 college graduates down here. Straight up and down. They playing themselves. And it's real talk. Now they trying to troll me, talking about some other stuff. Stop trolling. If you ain't with it, if you're not with the movement, get out of here. Beat it. Anyway, but I wanted to bring up something else too. You know why? Because at this particular point, a lot of y'all grown now. And I need y'all to start looking at shit in a different light. All right? That shit you was carrying around in your teens and shit, deal with that shit. Now you don't need no damn therapist. Life too hard for you to be going back 10 years talking about what happened to you. I want you to get out of that. And I didn't say it didn't hurt. I didn't say it didn't hurt. But just like when your arm got broken and fixed, fix your damn self. Because life go on. And it's too damn short for you to be dwelling on that. So, I feel a lot of y'all can't really get there on your own because you're letting your emotions supersede your intelligence. You know you're so mad about the particular situation that you haven't been able to grow forward. So, I'm coming back with a little tutorial on how to do those particular things. And I mean this. And before I even say this, just remember, we were all young once. We all took that chance before. At one point, what you're doing was our very first time too. All right? Now, when your parents love you, don't go nowhere, you stay right here. When your parents love you, they teach you what they know. Whatever that is. You know. And this also includes the bad stuff. You heard? Some things your parents taught you, they inadvertently taught you through living life, but they didn't really want you to learn those things. Your pops didn't try to teach you to drink like him. You just saw it. If a child been subjected to something for 10 years, consistently, it's a part of who he is.
Yo, K Bucks asked you a question. He said, how do you forgive after betrayal? Him and his girl going through it, but they trying to work through it.
They're going through it, but they trying to work through it.
Yeah, like they was going through it, but they trying to work through it still.
Okay, because I'm going to get back to this right here. Check this out. This is simple. Listen, men will cheat randomly. Women cheat from a plan. She didn't decide to cheat the day she did. So you're going to have to go back a little bit, examine those things, and see what the motivation was for her to cheat. All right? Listen, for you dudes with a girl that you live with, real talk, listen. If you live with your chick, go close that door in my room. If you live with your chick, you got a dog fucker like she a new chick at least twice a month. 3 times a month. You got to fuck her like she brand new. You heard me? You can't be giving her that shut up dick. I'll shut up. You can't be giving her that.
Oh, yo, she didn't cheat. He cheated.
You know what I'm saying? And you cheated. So now with you cheating, you really got to understand. See, listen, it's different when a man cheated. But I got to finish my first point. Where was I at? I said, what was I just saying? Oh, listen, anyway, I'm going to get to that. But she cheated with a plan. Women didn't decide to cheat that day. They had a plan, right? But men will cheat randomly. But this is the thing. You know, when a man cheats, she has to ask herself, how much of this man is integrated into my life? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if that man taking care of you, I mean, like, when he shop, you shop. When he eat, you eat. When he sleep, you sleep. That's a lot invested in you. He went over there and did that. But your basic life is every day. He was going to get right back. Now, how much work do you have to do to put together another relationship as solid as the one you had up until now besides that? Because see, if they willing to work hard and have empathy and sympathy for what you're feeling in that particular moment, they're going to work to try to change that feeling. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to work to try to change that feeling. Now, even though, and I'm telling you this, even though he cheated, I'm going to say this shit too, and this is the truth. Fuck it, man. I'm just going to go and keep it 100 with you. Women, stop firing your fucking man because he cheated. Sex with men, it's like having a game of 21. I'll be right back. It's nothing. Shake it right off. You see what I'm saying? We don't got to have no emotion involved. But we know that when women cheat, they have emotion involved. They bring back babies and shit in their stomach and all that. And gaslight niggas for the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. You remember what I said? You can't piss on me and tell me it's raining. But you cannot you can't eat out of my hand and shit in my face. It's a little bit different. Now, even though you cheated, you got some making up to do. You know what I mean? You got to really make that shit up, man. And I'm going to tell you why. You know why? Because don't nobody got to be good to any one of you. Now, damn it, if you want kindness, loyalty, and respect, you got to deserve that. And the only way you deserve that, if that's what you're giving out. How can you want a kind, giving person when you're not a kind, giving person? A lot of you motherfuckers is reaching. Yeah, that's not even in your forte. You probably a stingy motherfucker. Yeah, but you want somebody that's, yeah, 5-star niceness. But you got to add, yeah. Hey, yo, listen. When I say things like that and it touch a nerve, that touches the nerve of somebody who hasn't, listen, when you know yourself, that's enlightenment. That's godlike. Now stop thinking you know yourself and learn your damn self. And the first thing you got to do, you got to recognize what's broken about you. And then work on it. You young, what else you got to fucking do? Time ain't stopping. Tomorrow gonna come, the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day. Now which one is you gonna be? You know, me? I'm one of them niggas, man. If I fall down the steps, it's gonna look good. Straight up and down. Word up. Ain't nothing swaying me in the way. Ain't nothing swaying me until I'm on. And I'm trying to give you that same feeling. You understand me? I really am. Now, I hope I answered your question, but I'm going to get back to what I was just saying. Okay. Now, what I was saying about your parents. Now, listen. You've been subjected to all these different things over the years, right? So you picked them up, you know. And these things you're going to pick up, you know. And you're going to have a due diligence about things because they were right in front of your face, you know. You don't hit women, okay? You don't hit women, you know. You don't hit kids. You see what I'm saying? You be nice to old people. You dig what I'm saying? You open the door for ladies. Now you learn these things as you move along in life, you know. But I want you to remember that parents, they had a first time for all that, right? So now one of these things is this. People really be unaware of certain moments, right? And how much that moment could cost them. You see what I'm saying? Now, what that means is I'm not making excuses for people's shortcomings. I'm going to say that you can't blame somebody for their talk. See, now, you know, my mother had me at 15. She had to figure it out as she went along. And she was great to me. But we kind of grew up together. You see what I'm saying? I remember when my mama was 20, in her early 20s, I remember. You know, and she was doing her thing, and I'm proud of her. You understand what I'm saying? But I seen things where my mommy could, if she knew a little bit more, what they say, if you know better, you do. If you knew better, you do better. And that might have been the case. But I couldn't tell that because we always had, and she was always attentive. So yeah, I thank God for that. But but it was a lot of, but she used to whoop my ass. My nickname was Leadhead. I was a bad kid, you know? And she thought whooping my ass would help. Nah, that shit just made me harder. It took 6 niggas to beat me, you know what I mean? And that's what came out of that, you know what I'm saying? I boxed, won Golden Glove, shit like that, you know, because mommy, and you know, it's another thing. My mama always signed me up for shit to try to keep me busy. All that, and all I wanted to do was be like my father, you know, Cadillac Urban. My father was a gangster, carried a gun every day, you know what I mean? Like, that's who raised me, and that's all I wanted to be like, you know, and no matter what she did, no matter what she signed me up for, you know, and she was trying. You know, and I'm going to tell you what, it ain't all work. But I love her because she was trying the best she could. She didn't know everything, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying it about your parents. When they had you, they didn't know everything. They probably weren't even on the same page because they was young, you know. But I'm having this conversation with you now because you motherfuckers is grown. Now grow the fuck up and step out that kid shit. All right? You see how, like, some people running around, they punch drunk on life. And sometimes they get so drunk, they never get back on their tier. They never get back to who they really was because life been knocking them around and shit, fucking them up. And some of them people are your freaking parents. And you're not forgiving them for life knocking them around. But you know they loved you. What they say, your mama prayed for you. Your daddy tried. You know, when I say that phrase, my daddy tried till it hurt, I say that phrase because my daddy tried so much that it hurt me. Him being the way he is ultimately affected me and the decisions that I made. But he didn't mean that. He just trying to take care of his kids. So I can't knock him for that. You know why? Because I'm grown now, and I know you got to be studious about this paper. The kids got to eat every day. Grown man shit. Shit is real out here. Straight up and down. You know? But I'm going to tell you right now, you know, so back in the day, let's keep it gangster. Your parents they were not the sharpest knives in the drawer. Okay? And y'all, being grown now, can't accept your parents and their faults. You accept, you're now accepting exactly who and what they are. Okay? I need you to do that as a grown person. You know, whether it's good or bad, I need you to accept it for what it is because they're your parents. You understand? And that ain't gonna change. But I need you to know that life is hard and everybody can't deal with it. And if you dealing with it good, thank your freaking parents. Yeah. The faults that they made you stronger for when you got to that and you didn't have to do that. Think about it. You learn from the weaknesses that they had when you were growing up. Your pops had a hard time putting that food in the refrigerator. You ain't having that hard time. You learn from that. Right? Your mom, you had way too many uncles. And you gonna make sure your kids don't have number one. Right? Yeah. You had 9 uncles between the ages of 9 and 17. Yeah. It's too much. But she was trying to do her. She didn't know she was teaching you. You know, a lot of women don't know that. Listen, women. When you abuse men and be like that with men, you teaching your sons how you play niggas. That's why they don't be wanting black girls. They see how y'all do niggas dirty and all that. Your kids see you inadvertently taught them how you are. I ain't teaching him that. How you mean you didn't teach him that? And he see you finagling these niggas all his youth. Yeah, he learned something from that. They learn something from the bullshit too. All right? But back to the story. Your parents, yeah, they went through that shit. All right? So now, some of them, like I said, punch drunk life, they never really got the motion back, right? They never really got the motion back now. Now I'm asking you, you know how life can get. They got knocked off their tail. I want you to try to be more kind and forgiving going forward because this is still your family. All right? When I say grow up, I mean grow the fuck up. Why come you can't sit down and have a relationship, a conversation, and come to some type of cordial understanding about whatever it is? Because that's what grown folks do. Stop running around harboring this shit. You know? You still mad what happened when you was 13 years old. All right? Now, outside of molestation and essay and all that, you should be able to find some middle ground to where y'all really get, where y'all can, get back to moving forward. Because the older you get, the smaller your circle get. And then when you start getting around 40, 45, most of that circle is just most of your family. People you stuck with. Not necessarily you like them all the time, but they your family, you stuck with them. Y'all bounded by blood and y'all bounded by situations involving the family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all sons is best friends. You and your cousin's daughters is pregnant at the same time. Y'all got together, did something for. Yeah, it's little things like that. Those the ties that bind. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So listen. And I want to say this because they ain't no do-overs, and you getting older. And accept this adult life shit, and accept that everybody didn't get it right. And I want you to know that they tried, and I want you to look at that for what it really is. Everybody, listen, man, your mom's name was young. Your pops was still outside. You see what I'm saying? A lot of y'all pops went to jail trying to feed y'all. Oh, he ain't, don't, how you gonna call him a jailbird if he brought all he made, he brought back to the crib? Get out of here, man. And a lot of them women that they was trying to take care of, and they was taking care of, then they got knocked, and then the chicks bailed on them because they needed somebody else to help them because he in jail. When in fact, if you benefit off that money that man made off the street, you owe him that. I ain't saying be single and celibate, but you owe him that time because he was doing that for y'all to eat. Where your heart at? That man was hitting them streets every day for you and yours and his. And one day it didn't go right. He caught 3 years. Now, I can't say be celibate for 3 years, but you can't ride it out with them 3 years where the nigga spent 10 years running around for you. Come on, get it right. Make it make sense. Now listen, and we grown here. Don't come in with that bullshit. And that's another. Stop doing that. Soon as shit start getting thick, you want to be a kid again. Fuck out of here. No, I'm not doing it. You grown. I'm not doing it with y'all no more. I'm not here to play with y'all. All right. If you're gonna be grown, be grown. There's no days off. A man don't get no days off ever. All right. So I'm holding y'all to that shit. Face this shit for real. You ain't fucking perfect. When you first left your mama crib, everything ain't go smooth for you. Remember that shit when you deal with your fucking kids. All right? The temperature outside is too motherfucking toxic to just cut motherfucker. Yo, listen. Them people in your square living, keep close to you. Because one day you're going to need every last one of them. You see the temperature outside. Trump running around bullying everybody and shit, cutting off all the programs and shit. That nigga don't give a fuck. Niggas on the iPad, niggas on the internet talking, telling war stories and shit. Yo, listen, man. Get the fuck off them bullshit ass fucking podcasts. Keep listening to them war stories and shit. Fuck out of here. Hey, yo, motherfucker, do you think I want to keep going back to the fucking 80s and 90s? For what? All I'm gonna go back and do is say, thank God. Made it out there, shit. I'm not finna go back there and relish in that shit. They're putting my life on the motherfucking line. How stupid I was on purpose. In my favor, it's not a crime until you get caught. And that was my philosophy. You heard? Yeah. What's that movie? That song, It Was All Good Just a Week Ago. I went through that. I went in there now. And any of you that know, any of you that's spending a lot of solitude in jail, at your job, where you live. When you have those moments by yourself, reflect. Get inside. Teach yourself something. All right? The shit in your head don't do you no good if it stays there. Remember, once you learn something, you have to teach yourself how to actually apply it to your life. The fuck you reading a book for and you don't never use nothing you learned out of it? Everybody understanding is different. We all read parts of the Bible, and all of our understandings are different. Get in tune with what the fuck is going on with you. You understand what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Now, I'm going to say grow up, get grown now, and accept those things. Forgive those people in your square life for their shortcomings, because you have yours too. All right? The petty beefs you got with your family and siblings, it's going to be some with yours when they get, yeah. In 20 years, it's going to be something else, because that's what we do. But love is forgiveness. And I want y'all to stop the nonsense and you know, the petty shit. All right? Some of these fallouts did not have to happen. All right? If some of y'all just, what they say, take responsibility for being petty, y'all can move forward. See, sometimes you can't really say sorry because you was being petty on purpose. So admit to that. But you know, when you're being petty, that's usually from somewhere else. Some envy, a little jealousy, spitefulness. Those are reasons that lead to pettiness. But I mean, like LeBron, be too big to respond. You heard what I said? Get like that. You know what I mean? Stop doing that. Now, some of y'all had friends, y'all was mad cool. Y'all ran around doing 2-on-2s with chicks and all kind of shit. You and your peoples, yeah, y'all did all that. You and your girlfriend tight. This is for all of y'all, because we're gonna keep it going tonight. This is what it is. Check this out. And you know, y'all did y'all thing, you know, and you really start being about, but the problem is, you know, you and your man's been running around since 11. Y'all been getting it in. You know, now y'all 20. Y'all out of high school. Y'all 2 years out of college. 2 years out of high school. And y'all, neither one of y'all went to college. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all 20. Things start to change. You went from my baby in my house to that nigga in my house. You understand what I'm saying? And you're not helping your mama progress in any way, shape, form, or fashion right now, because you're still trying to figure it out, you know? You're still trying to figure it out. So with that in mind, I just want to say this. So he starts to grow a little bit. He takes up a certification class. You know, he want to try to be a welder. Okay? Your man linked up with old boy and them, and they, you know, they're a little get money crew. They doing what they do. He just started down there, so he kind of got to work his way up to getting bread. That down there take a lot of time up, and then you going to school and you doing an apprenticeship, so y'all not seeing each other that much. You know what I'm saying? Now, so now time go on. Let's just say 2 years go by. Okay, you finish school and now you finally got onto a work site where you welding, right? He now finally managing the spot, right? Things going good, Things start to change. He started acting funny. You know what I mean? Because now he's saying like you feel like you're a little bit different, That welder money different, you know what I mean? $120 an hour. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And it ain't nothing you did personally. It's just that he feel like you feel you better than him. Just because you went and did something without him. Because that's been your dog. Y'all been running around, man. Y'all did a couple of moves together. Yeah, y'all did that. Even that time y'all backdoor niggas, that was you and that nigga. Yeah, day one nigga. Y'all broke bread together. Y'all made a move upstate, came back with the bag. No arguments. Y'all love each other. Shit, dog. You know what I mean? Y'all baby mamas is cousins. Yeah, y'all go way back. But out of nowhere, you went this way. And he just a person, he low-key been hurt ever since. You know what I mean? You know why? Because you had went out on a mission to do something, and now he mad at you because you really did turn into who you said you wanted to be. And you still fuck with him. But y'all not really like this no more. You know what I mean? Low-key, you don't really even trust the nigga no more because the nigga give you some more weird energy and shit. You know what I mean? That's a real thing. Those things happen when you try to progress in life. You understand? You gotta go where you going. You can't sit around and wait and see how they gonna take it. You know what I mean? That's why you can't tell everybody about what move you gonna make. Because they're not all gonna be happy for you. All right? You went over and said, yo, man, I'm going to hit this at the third, blah, 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 and it worked. You were successful at it. You come back, but now that warms your time and your attention. These niggas think you acting funny and this, that, and the third, but you really over here trying to grow because you got a kid over here that you ain't trying to go to jail because you got a kid over here. And you ain't trying to explain that shit to them niggas. Who is them niggas that you got to explain how much you want to take care of your kid? You ain't going to do that. Men don't do that. I'm not finna sit down and break down my responsibility to you niggas. I'm just not. So niggas started acting funny because nigga ain't really explaining to him like, listen, man, I got to do a 12-hour shift. I can't see you niggas none time this month. They don't really get with that. You see what I'm saying? And those things. Now, if you're in that situation, you have the most heartfelt talk you can have with these people because you care about them and they've been around you a long time. And you're not trying to offend them, but you let them know, listen, you still my motherfucking dog. Nigga, me going over there doing that ain't got nothing to do with me and how I ride for you and ride with you, Because you got to ask yourself, yo, my nigga, what you want me to do, my nigga? I mean, what am I supposed to do going forward when nah. Because at this point, you really want this nigga to change because the indictment could come with what he doing. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you something about that. When you got niggas living like that, and I'm going to tell you, and I tell all my mans, when karma come and all that shit drop, I don't need you to be in the passenger seat when all hell break loose for this nigga. When them niggas ride down on them with them black masks on, I don't want you with this foul ass nigga. And you know who the fuck you is. If you know you running around here backdoor niggas, don't walk around with none of my motherfucking kids, because I'm going to see you. Dead ass. That's something happened to one of my kids because you on some slime ball shit. You out here living foul and you ain't putting your mans on. You got niggas looking for you and you don't say nothing to your peoples. And niggas trying to hunt you down. If they miss you, they hit me. Nigga, what you mean? Where the love at? Love is the action. Act like you love a nigga. Yeah, shit like that. Now I'm saying this shit because some of y'all lives are complicated because you niggas is bored. All right? You ain't got enough to fucking do. That's why you keep winding up in these little funny-ass, weird-ass situations because you clearly ain't got enough to fuck to do. You clearly not thinking enough about your motherfucking life. But I'm going to tell you what, if you ain't got a 5-year plan together to get up out that shit you in, you lost. That's why you niggas is here right now today. All right? We going up. We ain't playing. Now, you been to a whole bunch of podcasts, heard some niggas say some slick shit. Now, fuck out of here, nigga. You better go to my hood, nigga, and check with me. This is what the fuck I do. Straight up and down, that's what I do. Listen, nigga, you got $12 in your pocket. You still a motherfucking man, nigga. Because ain't nobody gonna walk your steps. All right? Ain't nobody gonna do nothing you gotta do for you except you. So you a king and a man in your own right in your world, nigga. Niggas ain't in your world, nigga. You a king in your world. Act like a king and live like a king in your world, nigga. And shut the fuck up because they only know what you tell them. They don't need to know shit. That's another thing. Yo, stop putting all your business online. Stop putting all your business online. You know why? Because when you do, people throwing hate at you. You see this new car I got? Oh, that shit man fly, bitch ass nigga. You walked it. You ever went to your car and the nigga hog spit on your shit? That kind of shit. What happened? Okay. Yeah, you ever hogs niggas just hog spit on your motherfucking car? You come out there, niggas, a whole cup of coffee just poured on your shit. Yeah, the hate is real out here. The hate is real out here. For real. You know what I mean? So but listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, all these conversations are going to be worthless if you niggas don't clear the bullshit out your life. All right, I need you to start growing forward in a positive way. I don't give a fuck if in the right direction is this big. You gotta start somewhere. I've been looking around. I go to all the five, you know, surfing the net. All they doing is talking down on black men, and there's more black women doing it than anybody else. Y'all mad as a motherfucker, but y'all don't know that y'all giving up y'all character when you complaining about that man and what y'all did. Because you chose that man. And you walked that walk with him. And you believed in him. And you rode with him. And you let him lead. And then for whatever reason, everything went left. But I'm going to ask you, what kind of team player was you? All right? We do these things because we want to coexist together and grow together. All right? So that means that y'all got to get along. You know what I mean? I don't mean that, oh, let's agree to disagree. Fuck that shit. Why is it so important that you can't find no middle ground? Grown folks find a middle ground. All right? Not the gray areas, white or black. You know? And it's not even white or black, what's in fucking color. Shit is too real for TV at this particular point. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. Now, mind you, I got one more thing I got, oh my goodness. Yo, listen, I know we've been here for a minute. We're going to get up out of here soon, y'all. But I'm doing this because I'm not doing the 12 o'clock live. This is why we covering this right now. You heard? So stay with me because I want to do a little something. Listen, I don't know what you niggas, I know all you niggas know Denzel Washington, right? Well, with Denzel, some of you need to start using your charm so that the world would warm to you and your personality and character. Because with that, you'll get yeses. And you'll get cooperation, okay? You'll get an energy that you can work with. So charm, to be kind and pleasant. If you niggas don't know what the fuck it is, nigga, go look at Mo Better Blues with Denzel in it. All right? Smile, keep your voice calm, and be direct. You know, with good intention, of course. You know what I mean? And I want y'all to start. Yo, come here, man. What happened? I said live will end in 4. What happened? Detected what inactivity during your current live? What are they talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that was, but anyway, you know, be prideful, be proud, and you know, and proud is satisfaction of a result of your own achievement. Have a high opinion of yourself, okay? A high opinion of yourself. Hey, yo, listen, on some real shit. Women love confident men. Borderline arrogant, they love that. You know? What I mean is, don't be a question mark ass nigga. Be a definite nigga. Be a defining person. For real. You ain't got to be like that, but you know what I mean. Don't be no question mark ass nigga. Iffy. Wishy-washy. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Fuck all that. Remember something, don't nobody, yo, listen, when it already happened, don't start explaining this shit because you sound like a goofy. Say, yo, listen, my bad, y'all, I'm going to do better next time. That's my word. Yeah, but if such and such had went over there, that shit wouldn't even. I don't want to hear that shit. If it's on you, nigga, it's on you, nigga. For real. An explanation cannot change what actually happened. Remember that shit. All right. Now, another thing about this is move like you're confident. Act like it. Stop being fucking defensive. You heard? Sometimes you got to be too big to respond to the nonsense. A derogatory statement is not necessarily talking about you, but they say a hit dog will holler. So when you say something about the statement made and they weren't actually pointing you out, it looked like you're guilty of said remark. Yeah, it looks like that. You know what I mean? So get out of your head. Stop overthinking. Okay? Stop overthinking everything. Keep shit simple. Get shit clear. Get a clear understanding from your day to day. It will get rid of petty arguments. All right? And it'll cut out overthinking. Keep it simple. Practical shit. You know? For every major move in your life, take 2 steps back and think, what's in it for me? Don't never do nobody a bigger favor than you're doing yourself. All right? Don't let them use love against you. But all in all, never do, listen, saying no and disagreeing is not beef. Okay? It should not be a beef. You should not be a crash dummy to somebody else's will and ways. All right? Just because you said no, they should not treat that on some old shenanigans and some nonsense. You know? And when I say, don't be a crash dummy over love, I mean that in every sense of the word. People use the word love to dig themselves out of a hole. I know, but I love you though. I know I did. I fucked up and I messed up. I'm only human, but I love you though. If you're going through those things, at that particular moment, the word love is some bullshit. They don't really mean it like that. Wake up.
Yeah. It's just been a lot of support and love. Just thank them for the support and love.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the support and love. I wanted to say this. This is real life. Somebody got did dirty today as we speak. So let's take these things better collectively as a unit, you know, and try to stop all that shit. And if it starts with me, then it'll start with me, you know. But I just want to thank y'all for the support. You can check out all my full lives on YouTube, Page5lit. All right, it's going to pop right up. I'm kind of popping right now because God is working through me, you heard? I really believe that because that's my whole good intention, you know. I've been doing this shit for 35 years for free. And God made a way for me to spread that energy out. So spread everything, y'all. Let's start this collectively, you know what I'm saying? We're going to smaller the gap between the OGs and the YGs. We're going to better the relationship between the men and the women. We're going to tighten the bond between the elderly and the young, okay? Without the old people, the world won't have no wisdom. Without the young people, the future's dead, you know? So yeah, let's collectively get to this. Yo, listen, I'm coming back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. All real shit. We're going to examine all those particular things, all right? Now, thank you for your support. Please feel free to leave a gift, y'all. You heard? And like and subscribe, share all my shit. Page5lit, we outside. Anything else? Leave all your questions in the DM. I will address them. I'm going to get to them. And it's going to be real out here, you heard? We're going to chop it up. Like I said, if you have any answers to responses you want to add on, you know, talk to me in a DM, you know? If you really, if you like the content, let everybody know, please, you heard? We're just trying to do this, and tomorrow we're going to have a whole new thing that we're going to get into. Page5lit, we outside, y'all. Peace be, and be safe. We just want to be better than we was yesterday, you heard? That's all I'm asking. Y'all have a good one.